do it yet, Sean. Here is the beer garden sequence from Cabaret. Now, show of hands, who has seen the film Cabaret? Dear, oh bloody dear. Not good enough. No, this is not a terrific film. It's a so-so film. But it has a sequence in it, the beer garden sequence, which is absolutely spellbinding. At least I think so. I hope you will too. The hero and his chum, they are perhaps in some kind of gay relationship, I'm never quite sure. The hero and his chum have gone to a beer garden and they're having a nice jug of beer when a young lad gets up to sing. Here is the sequence singing the song Tomorrow Belongs to Me. It's a very well-known German popular song. Anybody here from Germany, by the way? No, I can speak freely. Tomorrow Belongs to Me is an innocent folk song. This is what happens to it. Let's have a look. Please stand by to turn the lights off. for the best of reasons, became entrapped by a ghastly regime. You see these young kids who are looking for something new, like you are, and they're given something to believe in, something to hope for, and look what happened. And this visual and, of course, audible metaphor, because the song, notice the key change in the song, which is so significant, is an encapsulation of the whole of the development of Nazism from the 1930s to the 1940s. And I think it would be worth it for you to look out that film for your film club and show it, if only for that wonderful sequence. It has some other good things as well. Okay, people, let's have some light and leave. Well, sort of, because I'm on the same tack. Here I am, getting into the next slide. A newspaper or magazine, but also as a poster. And here it is in poster form. It shows Hitler giving his usual backhanded salute. Hitler would receive these salutes from his people as though he were welcoming all the salutes in his own hand. John Hartfield, an artist and montagist, his special skills in photo montage, has seen that he could make the Hitler's backhand gesture look as though he was reaching back for money from the German industrialists who were the sponsors of the Nazi Party. It could not have existed without them. Reaching back, Hitler often said in his speeches, Millionen stehen hinter mir. Millions stand behind me. And the pun here is, of course, these are millions of Reichsmarks, Deutschmarks they were then. So he's reaching back to the money. Underneath, der Sinn des Hitler Grießes doesn't mean the sin of the Hitler salute, because you might have thought it, but it's the meaning. Sin is the German word for meaning. The meaning of the Hitler salute. So he is producing here a visual metaphor which he reveals the true essence of Hitlerism, which was the way in which Hitler, on the one hand, appealed to the great masses, and on the other, to the German commercial moguls. Again, this is quite different. This greeted me when I was a child, well, a teenager, not long after the war, around 1937, so 47, and it was a poster, again, by a man called Little, and it says, keep death on the road, careless and skills, and it is, of course, someone who we assume to be a mother, a widow, grieving for a husband or a son, or a daughter perhaps. And it's a very powerful image, very straight, no tricks, but so powerful then that there was a public outcry. This visual metaphor was altogether too vivid. Its expression of what was the true reason, true result, the true background of bad road behavior was so unacceptable that the government had to say, take it off. So they took it off again. And this image is now very rare. If you ever see this poster for sale, it will be for thousands of pounds, because there are only a few, most of them were destroyed. I think that it would have been kept there, not more than 30 or 40 of them at any time. Very, very powerful visual metaphor which just speaks for itself. It doesn't need me explaining to you. I'm sure you understood straight away. What next? Now then, this is one of my favorite posters, and I'm going to hold it up so you can see it. I think for this reason, Sean, if you don't mind putting the lights up so we can present the images here as well. Here is the image. Oh, you could have told me. Here's the image. Words appear to be springing up from the soil, and here is a tiller in a farm implement, and as it rolls over the soil, these things spring up. And I'm going to tell you what they all mean. So, this is what it means. I do know a bit of Spanish, but I'm going to be quite sure I get it right. It says, the spirit of labour, that's espíritu de trabajo, the spirit of labour, conscience, courage, faith, and an honest attitude for society, or love of society, for all the people, for all humanity, begets more love among mankind. A very high-flown, and some may say unreal, expectation of what the Cuban Revolution was to bring. This was the early days, the early idealistic days of the Cuban Revolution. And most Cubans will agree. I remember being there in the early days of the Cuban Revolution, and it was deeply inspiring. So here is a lovely, lovely poster. Now, notice the interesting thing. The visual metaphor here uses the lettering. And frequently, lettering is part of visual metaphor. It is the message which is growing up out of the soil in the form of the lettering. So I want to leave in your minds the notion that visual metaphors do not have to be pictures precisely. This is a picture, but the essence of here of the picture is the lettering which is in it. And we'll see other examples of that elsewhere. Okay, and the next. Well, I thought I'd just, in passing, show you the most famous person from the Cuban Revolution, which is Ernesto Guevara, nicknamed Che Guevara, and it's called the Day of the Heroic Guerrilla. And he was, of course, an Argentinian. And his aim was not just to help to create the revolution in Cuba, which he did, of course, with his chums, but also to engage in a freedom of the countries of South America, which is only just about happening now. It's been an awful long time. There he is, and I think the idea of integrating his image with the image of something that's a very powerful image, but it's certainly one you know, so we want you all on it. Just wanted to remind you. Okay, now we're going to have another film clip.